Today I'm going to tell you my top 5 Christmas movies from Lifetime and Netflix. Hey everyone, my name is Katlyn Duncan and I am a traditionally published author and ghostwriter. So today, it's Christmas. Just kidding, it's July, but it's Christmas in July. I was so excited to do a new batch of videos for you all. If you haven't been watching my writing vlogs, I am in the process of revising my Christmas festive romance, which will be out fall of this year. During this process, I am all about the Christmas spirit. In that way, I started thinking about Christmas, and I have a whole playlist of Christmas songs I'm listening to while revising. So I started thinking about my favorite Christmas movie so we can all get into the Christmas spirit even though it's 95 degrees outside. Are you ready? Every year, I make a list of Christmas movies that I want to watch. I check out Netflix and Lifetime and of course, Hallmark. So I list them based on if they were really crappy, just okay, and new Christmas classics. So I wanted to list my top 5 Christmas classics from Netflix and Lifetime today. So number 5 is Snowed in Christmas on Lifetime. This movie stars Bethany Joy Lenz and Andrew Walker, and they play two polar opposites working at an online publication company in New York. So as competitors at this publication, they both are vying for a spot to write this story for their publication. But a snowstorm grounds their plane in a place called Santa Claus, Indiana. This place is an absolute Christmas wonderland. So, as they both are stuck there for a little bit, they shift their story to base it around the owners of this inn that they're staying in, Christopher and Carol Winters, and their historic town. Any movie that stars Andrew Walker is an automatic watch for me. I love him. He is a great actor and he's pretty adorable. I will probably say adorable or cute or sweet a lot because that's what Christmas movies are for me. And this one was absolutely adorable. I loved the heated competition between the two leads and the immersion into this amazing Christmas town. I really love Christmas movies that have to do with the magical Christmassy spirit. And because this town is called Santa Claus and the owner of the inn is named Christopher Winters, we're really hitting the nail on the head here, but it definitely brought me all the Christmas feels. Movie number 4, The Holiday Calendar on Netflix. This movie stars Kat Graham, who you will know from The Vampire Diaries, and Quincy Brown from Star. So Kat's character in The Vampire Diaries, Bonnie, was one of my favorite characters. So when I saw this movie was coming to Netflix, it was an auto watch for me, and I loved it. So this movie is about Kat's character who finds this advent calendar, which turns out to have a little bit of magic inside of it and can also predict the future. As I said with Snowed in Christmas, I really love magical realism in Christmas movies. It just adds a little bit of that holiday spirit in, and the romance between the two leads was so cute. I think they had great chemistry, and this is another one that I'm adding to my classics list. Movie number 3, The Christmas Inheritance on Netflix. This movie stars Eliza Taylor from The 100 and Jake Lacy. Well, even though he's been in a ton of movies, I always remember him from The Office. So Eliza's character is an heiress who is challenged by her father to deliver a letter to someone, but without all the amenities she normally has. So she's only given $100 and has to take public transportation to get to this town. And she also cannot tell anyone who she is. I love the fish out of water and hidden identity tropes in these Christmas movies. I think it adds to the fun. And also as we see her come out of her old life into a newer and possibly happier one. As I do with most of the movies that I say are my new classics, I really enjoyed the chemistry with these characters. And to me, Eliza Taylor can do no wrong. Movie number 2, A Christmas Prince on Netflix. So this movie stars another CW actor who I love, Rose McIver from iZombie. And it also stars Ben Lamb from The White Queen. So this movie is about an American journalist who goes undercover as a tutor so she can find the story about the Playboy Prince of Aldovia. Rose's character definitely is out of her comfort zone in this movie, and she goes through a lot of mishaps, but she still has the drive to get her story. And of course, Rose and Ben's characters get to know each other and start to fall for each other in the midst of all this. And this romance was so swoony for me. I love movies and stories about how the common person steals the heart of a prince or princess. And when it's set around Christmas, that's an auto classic for me. And this movie actually has 2 sequels. One came out in 2018 and the next comes out later this year, and I cannot wait. And finally, movie number 1, Christmas Around the Corner on Lifetime. This movie stars Alexandra Breckenridge from American Horror Story and This Is Us, and also Jamie Spilchuk from Rock Hard Medical. So Alexandra's character is a venture capitalist who travels from New York City to a quaint Vermont town for the holidays. She becomes a guest at this bookstore where she has the opportunity to run it herself. Now this bookstore is a little run down, so she takes the opportunity to renovate it. Immediately she clashes with the bookstore owner, who is played by Jamie's character, who initially rejects all of her proposed changes because he is actually planning to sell the bookstore in the new year. One of the reasons that this movie really stood out for me was the chemistry between the 2 main characters. While all of the other movies I listed had great chemistry as well, this one earned the number 1 spot for me. It was a somewhat enemies to lovers trope, but they really had to work for it, and every scene that they played together was full of electricity. Also, the setting around the bookstore was a huge draw for me. What bookworm wouldn't want to run a bookstore for a vacation? I mean, I would. So, those are my top 5 new classics from Netflix and Lifetime. I would love to start a conversation with you about these Christmas movies. Have you seen any of them? Do you want to see any of them? Do you have any that I have not listed yet? I really want to talk to you about it. I'm all about the Christmas spirit right now, so let me know in the comments below. I want to chat with you. So if you enjoyed this video, do give it a like, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell so you know the next time I post a video. I'll see you soon.